Hello YouTube! My name is Vincent and welcome to the first ever planter dito sa bedroom ko. But I'm not going to show you where I place every plant dito sa bedroom kasi sobrang unorganized pa ng room ko. So I'm just going basically to show you the plants na roommate ko basically dito sa room ko where I sleep, di ba? And to start off, I just want to tell you that I am not an expert when it comes to plant arena to begin with. I just actually started taking care of plants during quarantine period. But every time that I acquire new plants, I make sure that I have research about it. I don't just, grab plants or acquire a specific plants without even researching about that plant, the origin of the origin of that plant, or how basically to take care of those plants. So my criteria of choosing the plants to be here with me is like gaano ba siya ka easy when it comes to taking care of those plants. So yun, I'm not basing my options when it comes to gaano siya kaganda, kung gaano kaganda yung flowers niya. So yun, I don't really care, to be honest. I don't really care about flowers. I care more about the foliage. So yun. So all of my plants here in general are basically super easy to take care of. Ayoko kasi ng plants na medyo meticulous. Ayoko ng plants na medyo may pagka-sensitive when it comes to, sa pag-alaga sa kanya. Kasi ayokong basically mamatayan kasi nakaka-stress pag mamatayan ng plants, di ba? I know that you can relate on that feeling na you thought that you are doing the right thing, you are doing everything for your plants, but namamatay pa rin sila. So, ayun, you basically have to research first about that plant, how to take care of them. Do your research. There's a lot of information on Google and YouTube. But for this video right now, I am not going to talk about how I take care of them. I'm just basically going to talk about the specific plants at kung bakit ko siya na-choose na ilagay dito sa room ko. So, yun. Let's start with the first plant that I will be showing you now. This one is Zamioculus zamiifolia, or simply called ZZ plant, di ba? Or ZZ plant. Ito, to be honest with you, wala talaga akong balak na lagay ko dito sa room ko. But I have this experiment. I cut this up sa mother plant niya outside. There's actually a lot of ZZ plant sa outside namin. And then, I cut this up and then I put this plant sa vase where there's, syempre may water, di ba? And then, after a few weeks, napansin ko na may mga tumubo siyang mga roots. So, parang naisip ko na lang na ilagay siya dito sa super maliit na container with soil kasi this plant is actually not intended to be placed permanently sa water. Nandito siya ngayon at dito ko lang siya nilagay kasi ayaw ko siya talagang lumaki. Kasi this plant can actually grow like crazy, especially if you're going to place this in a container na malaki talaga. So, gusto ko siyang maintain lang, yung ganito niya kaliit, miniature. If I'm going to scale this plant into the easiness of its care, meron bang word na easiness? But whatever. So, siguro nasa top 1 siya when it comes sa easy care na plant. That's why I have this plant. Actually, the only way you can kill this plant is either you cut this off or you overwatered it. And to be honest with you, once a month ko lang siya nilalagyan ng water. At yung water na nilalagay ko sa kanya is just a minimum amount lang just to moisten up the topsoil. So the next plant that I have here is the Sansevieria, a dwarf snake plant. So, ito, sinalvage ko din to sa garden namin outside. And I choose this plant kasi I like the way ng pagtubo niya. Kasi as you can see, parang fire siya. And it happens that I have this pot as well. So, parang goblet of fire yung dating niya, di ba? So, yun. Actually, the ZZ plant and this Sansevieria, parang nagsishare sila ng place when it comes sa top 1 when it comes to the easiest plant to take care of. If you are beginner with plants and so basically parang wala pa kayong alam when it comes to taking care of any plants, I would suggest this plant 100% kasi this won't take much of your time. They love to be neglected. They don't want to be take care of every time or frequently. Tapos ayun, yung level ng light niya, you can place this actually anywhere. Actually, there is one experiment na nilagay nila to sa inside the cabinet for a very long while. Tapos, wala lang sa kanya. Buhay pa rin siya sa cabinet kasi yun nga, we all know that inside the cabinets is a pitch black, di ba? So, this is 100% recommend to you guys, especially for all the beginners out there, the ZZ plant and this one. So, I would say that they share the same place when it comes to the easiest plant to take care of. Now, let's go to the next plant, which is actually one of the easiest plant as well to take care of. This one. This one is a Dieffenbachia Big Ben variegated. I love this type of Dieffenbachia, unlike the other Dieffenbachia, kasi ito, yung variegation niya is so uneven, di ba? Super uneven siya, tapos unlike other Dieffenbachia na yung variegation niya is patterned, ito hindi, parang splash ng bleach yung pagka-variegation niya. So I really love this plant. And I also have another type of Dieffenbachia over here. So this one is another type of Dieffenbachia. They call this a Dieffenbachia pardatore. Dieffenbachia pardatore is basically looks like an elephant ear Dieffenbachia. So I really love this plant kasi parang with other Dieffenbachias out there, ito yung parang may pagka-unique na Dieffenbachia. Alright, so the next plant that I will be showing you is this one. This is a Jetty Peace Lily. This is basically one of the most common type of peace lily. Actually, you can find this anywhere dito sa subdivision namin. If you guys just, going to walk along the road, you can find this beside the road lang. What I love about this plant is that it gets a little bushy, especially if you're going to place this in an area where it gets only a very minimal amount of light. Kasi if you're going to place this plant in a very minimum light lang, it's like it's going to compensate by producing a lot of foliage. So as you can see, there's a lot of new foliage that is coming out over here. Ito, I don't know if you can see. So yan, this is the most common. Hindi siya nagpo-produce ng flowers kasi nga nasa medium light environment lang siya, but it produces a lot of foliage. So I am not into bloom, to be honest. I am more of a foliage guy. I actually have 4 pots of this. There's another 3 up there in the cabinet. I got this from its mother plant na nandun sa cabinet, sa ibabaw ng cabinet. So yun. Okay, so here is the next plant. This is actually the same species with the GT spatifilum. This is a variegated peace lily. As you can see, there's some variegation on it sa kanyang leaves. So, same lang siya with the GT spatifilum. It produces a lot of new growth actually kasi hindi din siya nakaka-receive ng a lot of light. By compensating, it produces a lot of growth and as well as some foliage. So, yun. I actually have 2 of this dun sa likod. I am more of a foliage guy talaga. I don't really care about flowers. So this one is what you so-called the peace lily sensation. This is basically the biggest that you can find out there. This is the biggest of its kind, basically. I have 2 of this. The other one is the much smaller peace lily. Ito parang ano pa lang siya, parang under rehab pa siya. Kasi when I got this plant, imagine guys, I pruned 16 total of ganito kalaki na foliage. I pruned them kasi nga yung previous owner parang na-place niya to sa direct sunlight. So, mga 75% of its leaves parang nasunog talaga. So, I pruned them, I cut them off. Tapos, by cutting them, by cutting the foliage or the damaged foliage, it was able to accelerate the development of this new foliage over here. You are actually giving the plant the opportunity to focus more on the development of new foliage rather than diverting its energy and nutrients to the parts na hindi naman nila kailangan na or aesthetically parang pangit na, 'di ba? So it's just going to accelerate when it comes to development of its new leaves. So ito, imagine nang na-prune ko siya, parang ganito lang siya kaliit. It's like parang ganito, parang finger lang, ganito siya, parang swirl, and then after that, overnight, parang nag-double siya in size. At ngayon, ganito na siya in just 1 week. Imagine. So, imagine the acceleration of the development kasi hindi na niya na-waste yung energy niya at yung nutrients niya na supposed to be ida-divert niya pa sa ibang parts na pangit na, di ba? This is a juvenile Hindi ko alam kung bakit tinagay ko pa dito sa akin. No? This one is a juvenile Monstera deliciosa. So, ito, bata pa siya. That's why there is no fenestre. Parang hindi pa siya masyadong malaki. I mean, sobrang liit pa niya talaga. If you're going to compare this to the mature Monstera deliciosa. Tapos yung fenestration niya hindi pa masyadong madami. I choose this plant kasi sobrang easy niya rin when it comes to care. Parang carefree lang siya. This is actually a very classic house plant na makikita nyo kahit saan, kahit sa mga paintings, sa mga art galleries. This is actually a must kind of plant, especially if you have a budget for it. This one is really, really worth it. So as you can see, this one, it's so fast when it comes to producing new foliage. Parang pregi na naman yung ito, yung isa. Kasi the way it grows or the way it produces new foliage, dapat nanggaling siya sa isang stem. So eto, nanggaling siya dito sa stem na to. Parang may pocket yan dito. Ito, parang it's about to go out na naman. So I'm so excited with this plant. Perhaps siguro mga next year, it will double in size. So I'm so excited with this plant to really get big. So I actually just repotted this plant para magkaroon siya ng chance na talagang lumaki siya. Kasi yung previous pot niya is like sobrang maliit. Tapos nag-root bound na din. So that's the reason why I repotted this in a way bigger pot over here. It will actually give the plant the opportunity to get bigger eventually. So there. For the next plant, this one is what you so-called a Syngonium. Syngonium moonlight or moonshine. I'm not particularly sure about that. And to be honest, wala talaga akong... I am not a fan of this plant. But when I saw this moonlight type or kind of Syngonium, I fell in love with this one kasi sobrang maputi lang siya. But I was so intrigued with this plant kung paano siya nabubuhay, kung may puti naman. But when I saw yung back niya, ito, green pala. So parang yung sa front niya is white, yung sa back niya is green. So that's how it absorbs light, yung backside niya, para mabuhay siya, di ba? Kasi kung puro puti lang to, hindi to mabubuhay kasi there is no chlorophyll that can absorbs light to perform photosynthesis para makaproduce ng glucose as food nila, di ba? Yeah, I really into this right now dito sa Syngonium na to, especially with this type of Syngonium. Sobrang clean niya kasi tignan. Unlike the other Syngonium na parang unorganized. Ito, sobrang clean lang. Sobrang maputi lang siya talaga. Tapos, wala lang. Para sa akin, attractive yung puti. Puti at green. So, yun yung parang sobrang attractive ako na color. This one is a jade plant. It's not the biggest jade plant kasi from cutting pa lang siya. But I was able to successfully maintain yung jade plant na to kasi I thought parang medyo may pagka-sensitive siya. But luckily, parang maswerte naman ako. But few months na to sa akin. And it came from cuttings actually. Tapos, ito na siya ngayon. Parang jade plant or a money plant or lucky plant. So, why not have it, di ba? Now, for the next plant, this is what you call the Cismatoblotis calyptrata. O, di ba? Galing ko, no? Other people saying that the name of this plant or the common name of this plant is the pride of Negros or the Negrenses pride. But, I don't know. I don't really see the connection of that name to this plant. But, yeah. Schismatoblotis calyptrata. Hindi ko pa siya na-repot. As you can see, nandito pa siya sa plastic. And I will be repotting this siguro tomorrow or this week. So, yeah. So, I am really, really excited to show you these plants. These are basically my favorite plants. They are basically in the same species of plant, but basically parang different yung genes nila. That's why they have different type of care requirements basically. Tapos different din yung mga itsura nila. So, yeah, I'm going to show you this one. This is what you so-called an Alocasia heterophylla. Other are saying, especially for those who lives in the US or in UK, that this is a rare Alocasia. Yes, for them it is rare, but here, dito sa Pinas, hindi to rare. Kasi dito lang siya matatagpuan, especially in Luzon area. Maganda siya kasi, and other people are actually calling this like a metallic blue alocasia kasi as you can see parang ano siya, hindi siya totally green, parang may pagka blue, green as well as metallic yung color niya. Hindi ko pa nga to na clean. What I like about alocasia across the board is that they don't really need flowers to be beautiful, but all they have to do is to produce foliage. Yung mga leaves niya, yung basically nagpapakanda sa kanya, hindi yung mga flowers niya. Kasi when this plant, parang may flower siya, they don't have the most attractive flower. In my opinion, they actually have the worst kind of flower, foliage niya. Kahit wag na silang mag-flower. So, ito. Now, I have these two actually. This one is a Alocasia longiloba. I love the imprint of this one kasi sobrang, ito juvenile state pa lang to ha, hindi pa siya ganun kalaki. Bata pa siya. Of course, juvenile nga di ba? Basically, parang na-attract ako sa kanya kasi yung vein niya parang prominent talaga. Silver yung vein niya, tapos super dark yung leaves niya. So, I was so into this. Tapos yung stem niya parang pink yung stem niya dito. So, I am so into this kind of alocasia. Sobrang ganda niya lang talaga. So, ayun, parang hindi naman siya masyadong high maintenance. Actually, if I'm going to rate this in my opinion, parang nandun lang siya sa in-between. Hindi siya ganun ka-easy at hindi din siya ganun ka-hard when it comes to taking care of this plant. So, yun. This one is what you so-called an Alocasia frydek. Medyo juvenile stage din siya. Ito, sobrang juvenile pa lang talaga. This one is a Mycolitziana, Alocasia Mycolitziana frydek. This type of specific Alocasia is considered as endangered na sa wilds. Medyo endangered na siya, sabi nila. And it's really velvety, yung pagkaano niya, yung leaves niya. So imagine na lang yung microfiber cloth. If you're going to touch this, parang ganun yung yung texture niya. So this one is really beautiful. I love this one and it's really minimalist when it comes to style. Unlike this one, madaming cheche, di ba? Ito parang simple lang talaga. But if you're going to touch this, parang as in sobrang ganda ng texture niya. Parang na wina-wipe nyo sa sunglasses nyo. So, parang yun yung texture niya. Microfiber talaga. Okay, so the next plant that I have here with me is the Alocasia reginula or the Alocasia black velvet. This is basically my favorite plant that I have here so far. I love all my plants but basically, meron tayong favorites, di ba? So, ito yung favorite ko. Actually, may dalawang pot ako nito. A lot of my friends actually or a lot of people na hindi ko naman masyadong kilala nagme-message sa akin kung paano ko sila inalagaan or kung paano sila lumaki ng ganito, parang as big as my hands. Parang ang laki na ng hands ko pero medyo malaki pa siya sa hands ko. So sobrang I am so proud as a parent of this plant kasi I was able to take care of them. I thought na sensitive sila, but if you know how to take care of them, if you know your plants, basically you can be able to take care of them in a right way. So yeah, I am so proud of myself kasi I was able to keep them alive. I was able to keep them healthy. Tapos I was able also to have this one parang ganito kalaki kasi when I acquired this plant, yung leaves niya is parang half lang siguro nito. After a few weeks, napansin ko na sobrang lumaki yung leaves niya. So I am so proud of myself having this one, and I was parang wala lang, super happy ako kasi I have this plant and I was able to keep them alive and to keep them healthy and happy. Yun. So don't worry guys because I will have a dedicated video about how to take care or how I take care of this specific plant. So watch out for that one. Okay. This one is an Alocasia African musk. I am so proud of myself as well with this plant. Kasi I was able, dito lang yan sa room ko ha, but sobrang productive niya dito at dito. So it was able to bear new growth and so proud of myself. Kasi ayun nga, ang daming growth niya, daming babies. Tapos ito I think yung pinakamalaki ko, or I mean not pinakamalaki, but pinaka mahaba kong alocasia so far dito sa room ko. Actually, this alocasia is the most common alocasia or the most common type of alocasia dito sa Pinas, I think. Madami nito sa labas, sa garden namin. I just took this one here inside and it's doing pretty well dito sa room ko. So, no chance of putting this back outside. So, yun. Next, okay, for this plant, this is what you so-called an Alocasia stingray or Alocasia macrorhizos stingray, basically. Ito, parang juvenile state pa lang siya kasi this plant can actually grow up to 4 feet or 5 feet maximum. Parang ano pa lang siya, parang baby stingray alocasia pa lang siya. So, sobrang tagal ko rin naghanap nito ng this specific alocasia kasi yun nga, it lives up with its name na parang stingray talaga yung shape niya with buntot pa talaga ng stingray. So, I was so fond of this. I was so happy when I acquired this plant basically. Kahit juvenile pa lang, but it looks healthy naman, so I'm so happy with this type of alocasia. And the last plant that is in front of me now, this is what you so-called an Alocasia clipiolata or clipiolata or the common name of this plant is Alocasia green shield. I love this plant kasi parang may pagka dragon scale alocasia siya. It actually gets really big. Parang unruly na nga siya eh. Kaya linalagyan ko siya ng rod dito. So, ito siya. This is the last plant that I will be showing you guys right now. I told you earlier this video na I just acquired this plant. Tapos, kaka-start ko pa lang to take care of these plants. But, yun nga, before you acquire a specific plant, you have to research first. That's really important. I can't stress that enough kung gaano ka-importante na malaman mo muna yung plants nyo, kung saan siya nanggaling, kung ano yung basic requirements ng plant nyo before you acquire it kasi nakaka-stress nga naman pag namatayan ka ng plants, di ba? That's my tip for you guys. In the future videos, I will have a specific dedicated videos how to take care of the plants that I have shown you, especially with the alocasias, because alocasias are the plants that are a little bit sensitive with all the plants that I have here. So with all the plants, aside from the other plants, medyo easy, sobrang easy lang sila when it comes to take care of. You can actually find in the internet, but this one, of course, you can also find in the internet how to take care of them, but I will be talking about how I take care of them. So those are the plants that I have here in my bedroom right now, or my housemate plants. Ito, yung green shield na to, I actually have 2 pots of this. Nandun pa yung isa, hindi ko pa siya na-repot. It has new growth over here. I'm so excited with this one na lumago rin. So yun, those are my plants that I have here right now. So if you enjoy this video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And watch out for my future videos about how I take care of the specific plants, especially these alocasias, guys. Alright, so that's all for now, and see you again on the next one. Take care always, and God bless. Bye-bye.